I gotta ride or die.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? Just JK and welcome back to my channel for another GTA 5 video, and in today's video we're going to be customizing and reviewing the brand new Vapid Dominator GTT. And as you saw, it is 100% definitely where else is it supposed to be but in the muscle category. And this vehicle is going to set you back either $915,000 or $1.2 million on the buy now. If you want it a little bit cheaper, you have to do some sort of trade mission to get it on the trade price. But I'm not really sure what that is. It's going to be something to do with car meets or something like that, I'm assuming. Something new which came with the DLC, the Tuners DLC. And this is another Mustang in the game, obviously, but it looks really, really nice. It's actually beautiful, and Rockstar have done an amazing job. But without any further ado, let's get on with this build. So as always, we're going to go into the armor and purchase 100% body armor. Then we're going to go to the brakes and grab the race brakes. Then we've got bumper options for the front, only 2 additional options, and we can color code them with the primary or the secondary. That's it. That is it. Oh my days, that's not good at all. Personally, I think it looks better chrome, so I'm going to stay stock for the front bumper. Rear bumper, I'm assuming is going to be pretty much the same thing, except we can smooth up. So at the moment you can see we've got rivets, and then it color codes like the front bumper does, and then we go down to the bottom one, and then we can smooth it. To be fair, I actually think the primary smooth rear looks a lot better than the chrome. I think that looks really smart, because it kind of like looks like it's part of the rear, if you know what I mean, rather than with the front bumper you've actually got like a physical strip that comes all the way around and protrudes out a little bit, whereas with the rear one it's flat, and it feels, especially when it's the same colour as the rest of the car, it feels like it's part of the car and it's not something that's actually been added on top of it. So the primary smoothed rear bumper is the one I'm going to go for that. Then we've got the engine, the same as the Tailgate RS. We do get engine modifications in the way it looks, obviously visuals, because you'll be doing car meets and everything with this new update. I'm not going to bore you with the details of it. What I'm just going to do, I'm just going to slide through them, because they're all going to be pretty much the same thing, just different colours. So I'm just going to go through them so you can see, and then just choose the one which is at the bottom. Oh, actually, I take that back. Well, I said that the visuals don't actually change. On the Tailgate RS they didn't, but on this one they do, which is cool. So we do get some different air filter options for this one, which is pretty smart. I am still just going to be choosing the one at the bottom, but the Dominator GTT has actually got some really nice options. Then we've got the strut brace. This does change slightly, but nothing too crazy. As you can see them all. I'm just going to grab the one at the bottom. Engine tunes is the same as always. We're going to get a level 4, and then we've got the intercoolers. I think you'll be able to see it just at the bottom there changing. And yeah, I don't think it's really going to make much difference, because you don't really even see that unless you can remove that grill. But yeah, I'm just going to go with intercooler with water sprayer. So next we're going to move on to the exhaust. As you can see, we've got some nice additions here. We've got the chrome tip, we've got the big bore, the straight pipe, the race exhaust, the hot ring where it comes out of the side, and this one comes out of the side as well, the titanium hot ring. That looks really weird. It looks well too blue, don't look right. And that's it. So some nice options, not loads, but we've got a good amount. I actually liked the straight pipe. I thought they looked cool, so we're going to go with those ones. Then we're going to move on to the fenders. We've got the primary over fender. Ah, that don't look too bad. That actually looks quite nice. Then we've got the same but in the secondary. Then we've got the same but bolted on version of it. Same goes, but the secondary colour, and then the same again but a carbon version of that. I actually dig it, man. I think it looks cool. I don't know if it looks better with or without though. Can't really make my mind up. Yeah, I'm going to go with it. We'll go with the primary over fenders. Then we've got the grille. So we've got the hood debadged. And then we've got the grill delete, which is pretty cool. That means we can see that intercooler back there. I'm not sure if I want the grill there though or not. I think the grill actually makes it look a little bit nicer. I don't know. I think it looks a little bit too... yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't know if I like it with or without the grille. Because the grille's quite decent on this, you know. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to go with a hood badge delete and keep the grille there for now. If I change my mind, I can always come back. So we're going to move on to the headlight covers. We've got loads of options for these. So we've got the primary headlight grills, the secondary, then the red tape, black tape, blue tape, yellow tape. Then we've got the primary headlight covers, the secondary headlight covers, and then that is it. Not really sure why you'd want to cover them up, and then again I'm not 100% sure on why you'd want to whack tape across them, unless obviously you're turning it into some sort of bang eraser. So we're going to stay away from those. They're pretty cool, but I think the stock version of it looks the best, so we're going to stay stock for the headlight covers. Then we've got the hood. We've got hood catchers. We are going to purchase some hood catchers. We're going to go, yes, the drag hood pins are cool, got to have them on a Mustang. Then we've got the hood itself. We've got the primary and then the stock. Sorry, we've got the stock hood, then the primary, then the carbon. Then we've got the primary vented, and then, you know, secondary carbon. So we've got the 3 variations of the same hood. The same sort of thing as we get with all hoods nowadays in GTA. You just, it is what it is, man. But at least they give us some sort of variation, which is nice. The primary Sabre Turbo hood, this looks decent. It's nice to see the Sabre Turbo hood is made it onto an actual Mustang, because obviously the Sabre Turbo is loosely based around a Mustang in my opinion, but not a very good one. So it's good that this has made an appearance on this car. And that is it. No actual big blocks on this. Wow, that's surprising. But I do like the primary Sabre Turbo hood, so we're going to go with that one. So the same as the Tailgater S, we do get an interior option, but this time we only get seats, steering wheel and a roll cage, whereas with the Tailgater, pretty sure there was the dashboard and also the door cards as well, which we could change. But seats is pretty much a standard with every GTA car nowadays. You can pretty much change the seats in all of those, so this isn't anything new. But we are going to be getting we'll get the carbon bucket seats. Why the hell not? I actually like the stock steering wheel. I think that looks cool. I don't think I'll change it, because it's a decent one anyway, and I think all these aftermarket ones don't even look that great. So we're going to say stock for the steering wheel. Then we've got the roll cage, we've got the no cage half street, dash dodger, the padded ones, the padded full. So we're going to go with the street half cage. I think it suits a muscle car better than any of the others. We've got the lights. We can get the Xeon headlights, but we're not going to, because it's an old school muscle car. Same with the neon kits, we could do, but we're not going to. Then we've got the liveries. So we've got the white double, which we're not going to see, but we will see another variation of it with the black. So it's nice that we get a double racing stripe, which goes the full length of the car. It is good to see that on a Mustang. Then we've got the white performance, and again we don't see that until we come down to the black one. So this is the other variation of that. That's also a really nice option for this sort of car. And then we've got the black street, then the black racing. That's actually pretty cool, I like that. Then we get a barn find, which is smart. I mean, if you could have something like that, you'd have to have a matte coloured paint behind it to take away that gloss shine, and then that would look a lot nicer. Same with the past its prime, and then the same with the tin worm time machine, and then the vintage racer. That actually looks quite nice. I like that. It suits this car quite well. Same go with the old school, but then these ones are ones that we can't buy straight away. We've got to get a certain level at LS car meets. That's a pretty cool one. Old school flame muscle car livery. And then the old Patriot 70s street machine, which is it's different, man. I don't think we're seeing one like that. It kind of gives off that wood effect, but it looks good. It looks good, but we're going to keep it clean for now. And then we've got the louvers. Then we've got the black plastic. I like the louvers, man. Louvers on an old school muscle car definitely look good. We're going to go with black plastic louvers. Respray, primary colour. We are going to go with a metallic on this. And I'm not 100% sure on what sort of colour I want to go with it. So I'm just going to flick through and see what I like. So flicking through all these colours, one thing I have found that this car suits pretty much all of them. And yeah, but the one I settled on is the sunset red. I think that looks awesome. It sets it off really nicely. Then we've got the secondary colour. Not sure what this is going to change, but we're going to go metallic as well, and just have a little flick through and see if we can notice anything obvious. And I don't notice anything obvious changing, to be honest. You'd have to hit me up in the comments below if you can see anything changing, because I can't. The roll cages stay in the same colour, the body, the wing mirrors, the trim, all stay in the same colour, man. And then we've got the side skirts. Wow. Weren't expecting those, but they're not skirts. Okay, so we get vents on the side of the car, but they're not skirts. What the hell? Why don't they just create another category? Get rid of skirts and call this vents, side vents or something like that. Why have they got to put it under the skirt category? It makes no sense at all. Crazy. But anyway, there's some decent options on there. We're going to go with the primary pillar scoop. That looks pretty sweet. Then we've got the spoiler option. So we've got the primary wing. Yeah, I'm not a fan of those sort of spoilers on muscle cars. There needs to be like an extended ducktail or something like that. But you know, some nice options there for other cars. Not this one, but for other cars they'd look good. So we're going to stay none for that spoiler. Then we've got splitters. So we can change this. Usually this option is a little bit further up to the top near the bumper option. But it's nice we can get rid of that big splitter, because I was a little bit worried about that. Because even though it doesn't look terrible, it doesn't look great in my opinion. But we can remove it with the chin spoiler delete. Then the primary, we can get a primary one, which is good. That looks a lot better when it's color coded. And then we can get a secondary colour. So there we go, that's where the secondary colour would come into it. So yeah, I think it looks better like this with the spoiler delete, so we're going to go with that. Then we've got the sun strips. Yeah, I'm not going to get a sun strip on this. I think it ruins the look of it somewhat. Not going to go crazy with the suspension on this one either, because obviously it's a muscle car. I don't really want to slam it. I think it looks a little bit too low. So we'll just go with a street suspension for this one. Transmission, we are going to get a race transmission and the turbo tuning. Then we're going to go to the wheels, wheel type, and if you didn't see my previous build review on the Tailgate OS, you wouldn't know that we do have a new category of wheels called track, and I was very excited about this, and I think it's amazing that Rockstar has released a new category of wheel. The Rally Throwback actually looks really nice on this car in my opinion, and same goes with the Gravel Trap. They look awesome. There's some really nice wheels in this category. I wouldn't class these as track, you know, track wheels, because they look a bit heavy, but whatever, they look smart. I mean, I love these monoblock ones. Monoblock wheels in real life are absolutely mint. I think they're my favourite type of wheel. The split star look really good on this. This car is pulling off a lot of wheels, man. I think you could pretty much pair this car with any of these wheels. The Tropos, they actually look really nice. Some really nice options, man. And like I said, this car suits pretty much all of them. So after looking through all these wheels countless amounts of times, I am going to go with a pepper pot. I think these absolutely look amazing on this Dominator GTT. They look amazing. No words needed. Wheel colour, I think I'm just going to leave them alloy, because you go any other colour it kind of ruins the look a little bit. So yeah, stay alloy. Tyres, we might as well purchase the bulletproof tyres while we're here. Tyre design we can get if we want, but not for this type of car with these type of wheels. We're just going to stay none for that. And to finish off the build, as always, we're going to go to the windows and purchase light smoke window tint. So that is it, my dudes. As you pull out of LS Customs, unfortunately, if you saw my last video, you will know that I'm having to record these on PS4, so I'm having to deal with real GTA weather cycles, which is a pain in the ass. So we can't see it for what it is. You know, it's full beauty, but hopefully you got the gist of what it actually looks like on the inside of LS Customs. It actually looks amazing. I love the look of this car, and let's take it for a little spin, see what we think. So it being a muscle car, obviously a lot of wheel spin, going around the corner. It wants to kick out a little bit, so I don't think handling is going to be the best thing for this vehicle, but if we sway left and right, it does hold in quite nicely. Go around this corner, it actually held it quite nice as well. I was full throttle around that corner and it sort of stuck to its corner. Braking's pretty decent. Go around there, again pretty decent. A lot of wheel spin on the acceleration. So when you first accelerate there is a lot of wheel spin, which is to be expected, but then it digs its heels in and it actually grabs quite a lot of traction, and it picks up speed quite nicely. There you go, there's the wheel spin and the loss of traction taken off there. But it being a muscle car, I'm actually quite impressed with the way it handles. It feels solid for a muscle car, you know. It feels like it wants to spin out, but it's easy to control, which is a good thing. And it being cheap as well, man, under $1 million, $1 million if you get it at trade price. So yeah, that's definitely one you want to pick up. It's an amazing car for a new DLC, and it's cheap actually for a new DLC car as well. So as a package, would I recommend this? I think I would, because I absolutely love Mustang, old school Mustangs like this, and I just like muscle cars in general. So I think, me personally, I absolutely love this car, but from a perspective of everybody, whether you want to grab this or not, it's going to come down to whether you actually like muscle cars or not. But as a package, I think with handling, acceleration, price, customization and looks, I'd probably give this 7.5 out of 10. Handling isn't that great. Actually, handling's not too bad, to be fair. Handling's okay. It's the acceleration and the speed which isn't that great. It's, you know, really torquey, and it gives you a lot of wheel spin. But once it gets going, it seems solid, seems quite quick, and the handling actually feels quite good for a muscle car. Customizations could be better, but they're not terrible. Looks from standard are amazing anyway. So yeah, I think a 7.5 out of 10 is fair for this vehicle. So with that being said, my dudes, that is going to be the end of this one. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, and also subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I'm out. Adios.